Thank you so much for being here this morning. What are your expectations for tonight's debate?
Well, this first debate usually tends to be really big. Presidents actually haven't done that well because usually the topic comes in and a lot of times they're critical of the current administration. So we saw President Reagan, President Obama, and some other people really struggle with the first debate. So I'm interested to see the topics look to be pretty well laid out for each of them to do well. So I'd be interested to see, usually the effect of these first debates is the secondary days. You know, what drives a news cycle 2 or 3 days later when there's a fact check that comes out or something surprising. So I'm kind of interested in seeing how substantive they stay on the issues.
You mentioned topics. What are some of the most important ones you think that they'll discuss?
Well, I think some will pop in that weren't there, right? This tax story might pop in. I mean, I hope they keep to the topics because they're big enough. I mean, COVID and the Supreme Court and other things. I really think that they'll, spend a lot of time on that, and we'll see how deep they go into it. I mean, that's one of the other things. If they get into kind of a little side attacks and burn up their time, then we really don't get as much substance as we should.
Will the end result have a large impact on each campaign?
I think so. I mean, we saw in 2012, for instance, when President Obama seemed to trip up a little bit, Mitt Romney closed that race down pretty quickly. So they can have a substantive effect. So in some way, Joe Biden should do well tonight because presidents do struggle in the first debate. But at the same time, he has the lead right now if the polls hold. So the narrowing can be done if there's any damage to him.
How do you see this debate impacting undecided voters?
Well, we know that this is the first substantive thing we've seen in 2020. I mean, it's not been a normal campaign. Nothing's been normal. So this is actually accentuated relative to normal years, how really important it is. And thank God it has something to do with the issues and other things. So it should have a really massive effect, actually, relative to anything else going on.
Well, Michael, thank you so much for your time this morning.